Good morning, student. Welcome to your SST class. Today we will continue with the same chapter of history that we have started earlier. That is chapter number 4, the Mughal Empire. Okay, student. Today's topic is the Mughal tradition of succession. The first point is about they do not believe in the rule of primogeniture, that means where the eldest son inherits his father's estate. It means that they do not believe that only the eldest son became the king of that area or he became the ruler of that area. They do not believe in that thing. They followed what they believe in. They followed the custom of concurrency inheritance, means or division of inheritance amongst all the sons. It means they believe that the property of the king should be or will be divided among all his sons. Okay, the next topic is what was or how was the Mughal relation with other rulers. The major policy of the Mughal was to have a campaign, constantly campaigning against ruler who rules to accept their authority, means who were not in the favor of the Mughals, they have to be face the Mughal army. But as the Mughal became powerful, many other rulers also joined them voluntarily. For example, many Rajput married their daughters into Mughal families to gain high position. But at the same time, there were many Rajput such as Sasodiya Rajput who resist the Mughal authority. Okay, the next is Mansabdar and Jagirdar. As the Mughal Empire was expanding to different regions, hence the Mughal recruited diverse bodies of people. Those who joined Mughals service were enrolled as Mansabdar. They have given the authority known as Mansabdar. Next, the Mansabdar held a position or a rank. These Mansabdar held a position and a rank. These Mansabdars have a salary. The salary of the Mansabdar were determined by numerical value called Jat. The Mansabdar received their salary as a revenue called Jagir. Next, that is Mansabdar in Akbar region. These Jagirs received or were carefully assessed so that their revenue were roughly equal to the salary of the Mansabdar. But by the Aurangzeb region, this was no longer the case. The actual revenue collected was often less than the granted sum. The next topic is Japt and Zamindar. The main source, that is during the Mughal time under Akbar, the main source of income available to Mughal rule was tax on the produce of the peasantry, that is from the farming. They get the revenue or the tax on the farming. Akbar revenue minister was Todar Mal. Okay, he carried out a carefully survey of crop yield, prices and area cultivated for 10-year period, that is from 1570 to 1580. On the basis of this data, tax was fixed on each crop in cash. Each provision was divided into revenue circle with its own schedule of revenue rate for individual crop. This revenue system was known as Japt. Okay, student, this is for today. In the next class, we will continue with the same chapter, chapter number 4, the Mughal Empire.